update for you guys and the people that bought my book, and a little bit of an experience video showing you guys around the Cannes Boat Show. This is a cool boat show. It's much different than the Annapolis Boat Show or the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show or any boat show I've ever been to. And I kind of wanted to show you the Blue Water 56 that I've been on for the last, I don't know, 8 weeks. I commissioned that boat, and I've got a tour coming out on YouTube of that boat, but I'm gonna give you guys a short tour of it. And then we're gonna go over to my favorite boat, which is a brand new one for this year. It's called an MCP 68. It's just this bad mofo expedition cruiser boat. I love it, and I like the whole story behind it, so we're gonna do that. But first, I want to say hi to you guys. So Useless Knowledge is here, Tim Weber's here, Wind and Haimo, what's up? Protect Kampai, Orlando, Florida, what's up everybody? Thanks for joining. So I'm at the Cannes Boat Show in Cannes, France. There is a lot of boat manufacturing companies here. I'm going to show you. This is the Sunreef 60, Sunreef yachts. They've got the 60, 70, and the 80 here. And this is just one little corner. There is a ton of money here, man. It's insane, the level of yachts. Like, I've never seen these three boats parked right next to each other before. But you've got the 60, the 70, and the 80. And then XS Catamarans is right next door to them. There's Katana right there. Outremer's in the corner. They've got three catamarans here as well. And then over here on this side, they've got all the monohull boats. So all the monohulls, except for that Dragonfly and that Mod 70, this is all monohull boats. And then cats start here and go around the other side. So we're kind of in the corner. Yeah, the Sunreef is crazy. This is a crazy boat. This is like a party platform. I think one of these has a jacuzzi on it. So if I buy a boat like that, I'm getting a jacuzzi. Hi, everybody. Oh, Dano's here. What's up, dude? Yeah, looks nice. So it's probably morning for most of you guys. I think most of the demographic is Americans. So I'm just gonna turn this around. We're gonna walk up the dock, and I'm gonna explain to you guys about some of these boats. So the Sunreef is a high-end sailboat. They make powerboat too. They have a Sunreef 100 on the other side, and they're, you know, high-end party mobiles. Really, I see a lot of these as charter boats, and they're super cool, super big. I think the little one is, I'm gonna go on a limb and say $3 million, but I think the big one's like $4 million. And yeah, just big party mobiles. Don't think they're really made for blue water, but they obviously got here. Not sure how. This is the Dragonfly 36. So you guys will probably heard of the Dragonfly 40. This is the little brother of that boat. I went on it and got a tour of it from their nice importer here, and it's a very cool boat. This boat, check this out. We're just gonna walk up to the blue water together real quick while everybody's coming on here. This is called a Mod 70, and it's got inflatable sails. You see that? That inflates and comes up, so you can deflate it and put it away right there. Crazy, right? Called aerofoils. Pretty neat. And then you can see the cockpit in this thing. Hi, JD. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. It's 9 a.m. for you guys. AE Vocus Custom Guitars. Oh, Avo Custom Guitars. Yeah, crappy weather today, sorry. Yeah, it's not very nice weather, but you know what's cool about that is, because it's not very nice weather here, there's not a lot of people. Yesterday was a madhouse, because it was sunny and it was nice, and nobody wants to come out and get rained on today, so. Which I think the rain is coming. I see, if you can see over here, you see that cloud right there? It's coming. We might get rained on. In that case, we're just gonna jump inside a boat, take a tour of the boat. So don't worry. I'll give you guys an update on me and the book in just a minute. I just want to go through the rest of these boats. This is the Grand Mott, so Grand Large, I'm sorry. There's the Explocat 52 here. I'll get my hand out of there so you can see it. And then you got the Allures, and then you got the MCP. We're actually going to take a look at that yacht later. And then you've got, this is a new expedition yacht out of Brazil. And then we come to the Italia yachts. These are more of like the day sailor racer kind of yachts. And then you've got Bavaria. We've got a booth here too. And then Saphir. This is actually a really cool boat. If you get a chance to look at one of these boats, they're pretty neat. Super sleek, super swept back. That's kind of where everybody's going. The new Swans look the same. Here's the big Halberg Rossi. And they got two of them. There's a little one too. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a 56 and a 44, I think. Both very nice boats. That's the first Halberg Rossi I've ever seen without a teak deck. Oh, you know what else? Every boat here has flexi teak. I mean, there is no teak. There's no more teak decks. It's all fake teak. It's crazy. I guess the world ran out of teak. We used it all or something. Or maybe it's cost prohibitive, or maybe flexi teak just, is better. It's probably better because it's made out of plastic and it lasts longer, and you can use a pressure washer on it, and it's not so much maintenance, and you don't have to put screws to the deck. And it's kind of sad because I really do like teak. It's a really good material to use for decks of boats. This one I got a tour of. This is called the Pegasus. This is the Pegasus 50. You see, it's a kind of a different design. They've lowered the cockpit in the back, so they don't have any aft cabins or anything like that. And they have a gimbaling table inside that boat. That's a cool one. Very cool. I really liked that tour. And then we've got the Amel. They've got the 50 and the 60 here. So I don't know which one's which. It looks like that one's bigger, so that must be the... Oh no, that's the 60 and that's the 50. And then Vaquier has a new boat. This is Vaquier. You guys have probably seen this company before, Vaquier. And then we come to Lucy with the Blue Water 56. And we're next to Contest, and then it keeps going and going and going and going. There's probably several hundred boats here. But we're gonna see the Blue Water. We're gonna sit down in the Blue Water, and I'm gonna give you an update from me, and then we're gonna take a tour of this boat. This is a bad mofo, and this is the boat I've spent the last 6 weeks commissioning. So this is Lucy. Meet Lucy. This is the new Blue Water 56. This hull has been through the Northwest Passage down to Antarctica and everywhere else in the world. This is the hull of the 54 Hylas, and those boats have been about 500,000 miles. And because the owners of Hylas ran a charter company before, when they first started the company, most of the Hylas boats were charter boats. They learned a lot about, what breaks, what needs to be improved, what features people really want, and what things people mess up. And they used all that knowledge, and this is the pentultimate boat from that. It's a really nice boat. We'll go through it in a minute. So, let me tell you about me for a second. I wrote this book. It's called Be the Captain. A lot of you guys have bought it. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really hope that you love it. When I wrote the book, it started as a course, actually, and it's still going to be a course. But I figured after I was done writing the course material, it was so much material that I was like, this has to be a book, so I could have some kind of compendium, like buy the course, I'll give you this, and then you can have some reference material. And then I can use the audio version of that as the course material and then supplement video in there when I needed. You understand? So I have like 3 different mediums for all the different kinds of learners, because some people are kinesthetic, some people are auditory, and some people are visual. And then I'd have like kind of everything covered, and it would be a good course full of things that you could actually use to help you. Well, anyway, I was like, okay, books don't make any money, so I'm not going to make any money on this. I'll just put the book out, and then I'll put the audiobook out, and then I can work on the course, and I'll make some money on the course. Well, ends up, you guys really wanted that material, and when I introduced it, everybody's like, oh, cool, I'd like to read that. And I sold 5,000 books in the last, I opened it on April 29th. So that was May, June, July, August, about 4.5 months ago. And I've sold almost 5,000 books now. Thank you so much. This puts me in a crazy position because now I have to fulfill all those books. So I got a really good printer. I wanted it to be super, super special for people. So I got the best material you could get for the cover. I'm getting a ribbon put in it. I got it printed by this place in Canada that's really taking, it's a family-owned company. They're taking their time with it. They're actually a week late because they weren't able to get the perfect amount of debossing for the title. And I was like, guys, whatever. So the books are going to be a little different than I originally thought, but they're beautiful. I've got a picture of the cover, the finished cover, and it looks really nice. It's just not as debossed as I thought it would be, but they're all going to be special. So because I picked this cowhide leather, like this real, it's going to feel like nice and supple in your hands. Cowhide apparently has some kind of memory, and when you try to use heat and a die press to deboss it, it just springs right back into its old position. So it doesn't really deboss as well as we thought it was gonna. But anyway, it's still gold leaf on the title, and it looks cool, and it's gonna be dope. So whoever bought a book already, they're gonna be super original because we're not going to do this this cover material again. So you get a one-of-a-kind book. It might come a little dented. It might have a little of the gold foil that's not perfect, but if you guys, if you don't think it's good enough, you call me and I'll send you another one. Anyway, so the books are going to be badass. I think you're really going to love it, and there's going to be a lot of them. And I'm flying home from the show on Monday to fulfill them. So they were going to be sent out this week, but the printing company had trouble with the die. So we worked that out. They worked out the temperature and everything, and they're going to deliver the books on, now it's going to be the 19th. And then I'm sending them out from the 19th. Probably take me like a week. So hang tight. Thank you very much. And if you ordered the book and you didn't get the audiobook, I had a problem with, I'm doing this all myself. So the problem was the NCID or some kind of thing like that. I didn't have the address correct, or I didn't have some kind of permission. So it went into some people's spam. And I still don't understand it, to tell you the truth. But if you ordered a book and you didn't get an audiobook, everybody gets an audiobook, okay? So if you didn't get one, email me and I will send you the link for the audiobook. All right, I think that's it for me. The book is coming. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cow leather, and it might be a little messed up. Other than that, yeah, cool. Let's take a look at this boat, right? I've spent the last 6 weeks on this boat. So what commissioning means is we took this boat from the wrapping. They built it in China. They put it on they wrapped it up in plastic. They put it on a ship. We met the ship at the port in Mallorca, unwrapped the boat, and then took it off, motored it around to the marina, put the mast on it, well, scarfed the mast together, wired the mast, put the mast on the boat, wired it all to the boat, and then checked everything to make sure it was good for the owner. And then the owner sailed here from Mallorca. Actually, I think he sailed up to Barcelona, and then I met him in Barcelona, and we sailed from Barcelona to here. Oh my gosh, in the French Riviera, sailing a beautiful boat in the French Riviera was amazing. Yeah, let's check it out. So, I'm going to explain to you this boat. Ravik says, I may be having a midlife crisis. I want to go live on a sailboat, and I cannot count the number of times I've seen the ocean. Oh boy, do it. I'm a total fan of that. If you need any help, you email me, and I'll help you. Okay, so let me tell you about this boat. This is the hull for the Hylas 54. They made a 54. They made a bunch of 54s, like 80 of them, and then they made a Hylas 56, and then Kyle and his dad. Actually, his dad drew this boat on a napkin in the Holiday Inn over a bottle of scotch. That's his spiel that he tells everybody. And he German Frères designed the boat. And like I say in my videos, every once in a while, the designer just gets the design perfect and it just sails really well. So when they divorced from their yard, the yard kept the Hylas name. They wanted this hull specifically because it was their favorite one. And it sailed the best, and they knew they could build it even better. So they took it, and they started building boats in China. So they moved from Taiwan to China, and they made this masterpiece. And I gotta tell you, man, of all the boats here, this is my favorite fiberglass blue water boat. This is a bad mofo. And I'll tell you why. The schedule on this boat, so schedule just means what the instructions are for the yard to lay up the fiberglass, is 16 layers of glass, right? But every other layer, take out the fiberglass and put in Kevlar. So it's got 8 layers of Kevlar mixed in with 8 layers of fiberglass. And then as it goes down, it gets thicker and thicker, and at the keel, it's 24 layers with 12 layers of Kevlar, which makes the boat, if you put that into ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT, hey, what is the equivalent strength in aluminum if you take 16 layers of glass and do glass, Kevlar, and it'll come back and it'll say 10 millimeter aluminum. So this is just as strong as like a Garcia. This very hull has been through the Northwest Passage and to Antarctica. And they're pretty sure that it can hit an iceberg and it won't sink the boat because there's a watertight bulkhead right here. You see my foot? Right here behind this locker. And you can pretty much crush the entire front of the boat and not sink the boat. Same thing on the back. So it's pretty badass. I mean, for a fiberglass boat, I don't think there is anything that's stronger. Which nobody knows this either. I'm like, Kyle, you're doing a crap job marketing, dude. Yeah, he's like, well, that's your job, man. What do you think I'm paying you for? That guy's awesome. And you know, this is another good thing about this boat is the owner's super dope, and he'll pretty much do anything for the owners. So he'll let you, a lot of these boats, like if you go buy an Amel, they'll be like, this is your options, pick one, this is what you get. But Kyle's done like custom wine racks, and he did a stripper pole on one boat that like went into the floor. And he does on one of these, he put the galley in the salon, which is cool. I'll show you the inside in a minute. And yeah, well, my point being, he's a cool guy, and he'll customize the boat for you, which is kind of rare nowadays. He only does 5 a year, and he doesn't care if you want some kind of crazy shit. Like one guy, he said, actually bought a coffee maker, had this custom coffee maker rack in the galley, right, in the kitchen. And then it all pulls out, and it's got independent lighting and stuff. And he wanted to see it all the time, so he put glass in the front, it's backlit. And he buys this $15,000 coffee machine, buys it a first-class ticket, puts it on the plane with him to go meet the boat and put it on the boat. That's a serious coffee drinker, bro. That's crazy. All right, you want to see the boat? I'll stop bullshitting. Let's see it. Dual bow rollers. You remember I told you that he ran charters for a long time? So this is one of the things that he learned. Here's where the washdown is. You plug the hose in here, and then you spray the chain as it's coming in. And as the dirt and water stuff falls, it doesn't go all the way down the boat because it's got this lip here. So it's got a lip, and it goes right out where the recesses are for the cleats. And by the way, there's double cleats on this boat, on every single one. Instead of having 2 bow and 2 midships and 2 stern, like that boat, like that boat, like that boat, it's got 4. 4 on the back, 4 on the mid, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the front. It's also got 100 watt windlass. What is this? Oh, that's, um, and this, you see the difference? That's like a 1,000 watt windlass. This is a 3,500 watt windlass. Yeah, so much better for blue water. You can rig up 2 anchors. The anchor locker is divided in 2, you see? I don't love that actually, because it means that you have to clear the hose pipe more. I'd rather just take out the divider and have 1. But it's cool to have 2 already set up. Big anchor locker, big sail locker. But you could make this into a crew cabin if you wanted to. She puts her bike in here. And then, like I said, this is the watertight bulkhead. It's a true cutter. So the staysail goes up to the fractional, doesn't go up to the top of the rig, which is better. I prefer. I think you guys know that I prefer cutter rigs. So this is also a masthead rig, masthead cutter, my favorite, just for the balance of the boat. This is electric. If it were my boat, that would be manual, but you know, it's not my boat. Let's see. All the hatches are manship hatches. These are beautiful, steel chromed, nice pistons. Very, very, very heavy, very offshore capable. This is an option on the boat to get the door aids. I don't think I would do door aids. If this were my boat, I would prefer to have this deck clear. And I don't like door aids because they end up leaking water anyway, because I'm always offshore and there's always water coming over the deck. So I think if it were mine, I would get that. Just delete that. No white, no door aid, no metal. Just make it flat so you can put a dinghy here. But they look nice, and they do add some airflow, of course, because that's what they're for. The mast is a Selden mast. It's held up by big fat rigging with mechanical connectors. This is a feature that they added, that they love, that they do on every boat. And you need to have mechanical fittings on the bottom because this is where all the salt water ends up running down and getting into. And these are a lot less prone to failure than swages. So you can have swages on the top, but mechanical links on the bottom. That's what I have on my boat. And you can see that the toggles on this thing are just ridiculous. Plus, check this out. How many stays do you see? 1, 2, I'm sorry, chain plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 chain plates. So there's 3 on each side. How many are on this boat? 1. How many about that boat? 1. What about the other one? Yep, 1. How about this one? 1. You see a pattern here, people? Every other boat that's made, even if it's called a blue water boat, doesn't have the masthead rig with the backup chain plates. It's, you know, you lose that chain plate, you're screwed. You're losing your mast. I'm going to answer some questions real quick. Let me take a run through what you're talking to me about. Let's see. Seems like the leaking problem could be solved with good engineering. Don't like the windlass explodes on deck. Submerged, and all of the electronic part of it box underneath. That's the actual motor and everything. So that's all sealed up underneath. The only part that you have outside is the mechanical part. So that doesn't matter. It's the same as a winch. The winch is the same exact thing. It's got one seal at the very bottom where the piston comes out of the motor, and the mechanical part is outside. And yeah, winches don't go bad very often. They last. Price $2 million. No, actually, this boat you can get for about 1.4, 1.5 Call Kyle. Leaky tiki is not leaky. Yeah. So this teak deck, I forgot to tell you about the deck. The deck is flexi teak. And when this first came out, here I'll show you. When this first came out, flexi teak was crap. It didn't really, I mean, you know, the technology needed to get there. Now it is amazing. It feels like wood. It's got the same feel and grooves as wood. It can be water jetted, or I'm sorry, pressure washed, which you can't do on teak. If you're on teak and you try to pressurize real teak, it'll just rip out all that wood. It'll ruin the teak. And this is real caulking, so this has to be replaced every once in a while. But you can sand this, you can pressure wash this. It's all glued down. There's no screws at all, which is the real selling point. And it's supposed to last for a long time. So when this stuff first came out, the reason I said when it first came out it's crap, the glue wasn't very good, and it was like your grandma's linoleum floor. You ever have that? You ever see that? Linoleum floors, where it would like peel up, and there was always pieces peeling up and stuff. That was how this stuff was when it first came out. But they, I think, have really perfected it because it looks nice. And dude, every single boat here has it now. So I mean, I don't want to be a Luddite anymore. I can't say, oh, teak is better, because it just doesn't exist anymore. So that's what we're getting. And whether or not we like it, that's what we're getting. It'll be less maintenance. It'll be easier to, you know, beat up. The only problem is when you do need to replace it, it's going to be just as expensive. I bet you it's going to cost 50 grand for this whole boat to be done. But it would be that much in teak. So let's get back to the mast. I told you about the rigging. This mast is a lot like mine. It's got a big vang, Selden rig. Oh, you know what? This is a new thing coming on boats. So this is the halyard. This is the main halyard. This is the jib halyard. And this is the staysail halyard. And what you do is you just hook this up, you know, splice it off. I did all this work, by the way. I splice it off, hook it up to this thing, put a line on this, and run it back to a winch, and then pull this down, click, 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 click. And then when it gets tight enough, you just take this line off, and then you don't have 200 feet of line hanging here anymore. You see how clean that makes that mast? I mean, a lot of these masts have that system now, and they're super clean. Instead of like, you know, like in my boat, I have a buttload of lines hanging out there on the mast. And I really like that system. And you know what? I could put that on my boat. I could add this aftermarket. It's just a few screws. You just drill and tap all those screws, put this little system on it, get a piece of Dyneema. And these are super, super, I mean, this is like guitar string tight. I dig it. Dyneema is gonna last. The Dyneema. Stainless tubes holding this hardtop up. Awesome. Center cockpit, center wheel, one rudder. It's got boards that come in, so you can leave one board in, which I really like because when you're out to sea, you need to be able to protect from getting pooped. So you put one board in, and then you've got, you know, this much water that can be in your cockpit, and it's not going to hurt anything. All right, so here's the front cabin. Cool, huh? Nice. Wind in Hemo says this is not a boat, this is a floating tank. That's awesome. Oh, we lost the audio. What? Why? You should still have it. Oh, it's just lagging. Your audio cuts out when you turn your head. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm not going to be able to come down here. Give me a second. Let me, I'm sorry guys. Let me leave this phone outside. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, okay, cool. I think what happened was I'm using a telephone because my phone doesn't get very good reception here, so I'm using another phone, my friend's phone. When you got a call, audio cut out. So I'm going to leave this phone up here, and then it will bounce the signal off so we can take a tour inside. There's people inside, there's buyers inside, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet as we go through there and respectful of them, okay? Olivier was here today, actually. Was he? Yeah, he came by and he was pretty impressed. Yeah. Was he? Yeah. Yeah. I talked. He asked me yesterday, where are you narrowing in? Yeah. So this is a Pullman berth. This one pulls out. Check this out. In true offshore fashion, we've got a ton of storage. These are on pistons, and there's a ton of storage under here. You could live in there. And then this pulls out, so you can extend that bed all the way to the wall, which is super nice. Also, access to the V-berth, queen size V-berth. This is what you get with a $1.5 million boat. Oh, come on. Is cedar lined closets. So it smells really good. Oh, it smells so good, dude. So yeah, that's like super high end, man. I'm gonna put cedar in all my closets. Anyway, there's 2 hanging lockers in each of the master cabins. Tons of storage. This is how you can tell, like, it's always a dance with how much storage and how much to push everything out to the gunnels of the boat. Because the more you push everything out, the bigger the boat looks at the boat show and like at the dock. But in a cruising mindset, you want to have everything kind of pushed in. That way you can have enough storage for everything. So check this out. One-handed, also piston driven. Super nice washing machine. Here's where you store your washing machine. That's a really cool. This is called a Blue Water 56. This is the boat that I've been commissioning for the last 6 weeks. And most of the reason why I haven't been on YouTube, because it's been a lot of work, actually. Let's go in the master's cabin. Couldn't agree more. Can I get right by you, Kyle? Certainly can. Sorry. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. That's a good idea. For me, it was a little bit big galley. I thought, well, if they know huge galley. Another difference with this boat is you can see there's a big hole here. Most boats have an engine room here. They decided not to do that, and they decided to kind of button up the engine with access. So you can access it there, you can access it here, and you can access it in the front. And you can change all the belts and everything, but they don't have an actual engine room in here. There's the generator. They don't have a real engine room. This is the engine room, but it's not like a walk-in engine room. And what you get, you know, as a consolation prize for that is this really open galley with a lot of space. And he's done this in stainless steel, he's done this in Corian, he's done this in all kinds of things. And then here's the owner's cabin. Cool, right? Pretty neat. Yep, there's the owner's cabin, owner's head, custom mosaic on the floor of the, it's actually handmade. And he's done turtles, he's done dolphins, he's done all kinds of stuff. Pretty cool boat, right? All right, let's see. Useless Knowledge. Be the Captain, a field manual, book by James Evenson. Yep. Yanmar, how come no Volvo Penta? Because Yanmar's better than Volvo Penta. That's a lot to boat to solo sail. Yeah, it's 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 set up to solo sail. You could do it. I don't think this would be any harder to sail than my 485. Thanks. Okay, so pretty boat, right? Let's go outside. We're gonna have a chat.
I was in one in Beijing where
Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the show now, and we're gonna go on the MCP yacht. Check this out. My hair is going a little crazy today. All right. Thank you for paying attention this whole time. We're gonna actually get out to the show now. Hope you liked the Blue Water 56. I've spent the last 8 weeks with Kyle, and he's a stand-up guy. Super knowledgeable, super cool, very chill, natural salesman. Loves to talk boats. If you're interested in that boat, give him a call. All right, let's go and see what we can see. Welcome to the Cannes Boat Show. It's beautiful here. It's a little bit cold today, a little bit windy, but what we've got is boat manufacturers on one side, and then tents for the boat manufacturers on the other side, and some boat manufacturing companies that are manufacturing parts for boats. So we're just going to walk the other direction now. I already took you through this on the beginning of the video, but if you guys weren't here for that, we've got X Yachts here, Howard Rossi. It's a beautiful place. And the way it works at the Cannes show is you come up to the boat and you make an appointment for the boat. Like, hey, I want to see the Howard Rossi 56. Okay, cool. You can come back at 3:30 and you can see the Howard Rossi. So here's the Sapphire boats. This thing's cool. Check this out. Look at, a little bit different than that Blue Water, huh? Here's the smaller Sapphire, Bavaria. Here's the newer Bavaria. If you guys remember, I delivered one of these to across the Atlantic, across the northern Atlantic. You guys can still hear me okay, yeah? The audio's okay? Okay. Here's the Italia yachts. These are more the day sailors. Okay, cool. Thanks for the feedback. Appreciate that. Very cool looking yachts. I bet these things are fast and fun. And here is my favorite boat of the whole show. Hi.
Hi, James.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Do you think we might be able to get on and show these guys your beautiful boat?
Of course. Damian's busy right now, so you can go alone.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Open anything.
I'm glad he's busy. I'm glad you guys are having a good show.
We are.
Good.
Please feel at home.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, you guys are in luck because this is my favorite boat here. Honestly, yes, I want one. I just got to figure out how to make a couple million more dollars. it'll be quick. So this is the MCP 68. It's a new sailboat from a company out of Brazil that makes super yachts. And they've been making super yachts for a number of years. It's all aluminum. Everything's aluminum. And it is a little bit of a newer kind of layout. So they have like 3 distinct levels here. So it's a deck salon, but it's a different kind of deck salon than you're used to seeing. So wait till you see this. You guys are gonna shit, man. It's cool. Gentlemen?
Hello, welcome on board again, James.
Yeah, I can't stay away. How's it going?
Good.
All right.
Feel free.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. So I've got a huge aft deck here. This is one of the spaces that I love on my Oyster. And it's probably only about this big on my Oyster, but look how much back decking you get. You can do a freaking yoga class back here. This is beautiful. Obviously, you wouldn't sail with this out, but yeah, I really like that. Also, this is your dinghy davits. You're gonna put the dinghy into here, and you can use this to lift it up. Big laying area back here. Oh, this boat's sick. The cockpit, you just walk right in. There's no doors or, oops. It's got an integrated hard top that goes all the way back, integrated lights. Here's the hard dodger. So this hard dodger is kind of like a power boat would be. Like, look at it from the outside. You can see it's like canted. It's almost like a lagoon catamaran, right? Until you get to here. And then it's canted forward. And no opening windows, no nothing, so nothing's gonna leak. It's kind of dope. I like it. And then these are the windows for the salon. So it's a crazy looking boat when you look at it from the front. This thing's bitching, man. Look at that thing. Oh, it looks cool. Anybody guess the price? If you guess the price, you win the boat, okay? Check this out. It's called MCP Yachts Global EXP 68, if you want one. We're gonna go through. So the cockpit is huge. This is plenty of room to lay down in. You've got all your sail controls here, and then also here. So this will be your jib sheets, also power winches. Everything's power winch, power winch, power winch. And everything's, you can see. You can see through here, you can see through here. You can see from the crew and the owner's cabins. It's a beautiful, beautiful boat. Here's the cockpit, so you can get a kind of a feel for how it would feel to be in here. Tons of buttons, those are cool. And then you can see everything. And this being an expedition boat, it's got two cockpits, so there's one here outside, and then there's also one on the navigation station inside. Yeah? We're gonna go in and we're gonna try not to get in anybody's way. So I'm gonna have to go in and show you guys silently what the raised salon looks like, because there's people in there that are looking to buy. So I'm gonna go in there and just show you, not talk. And then we're gonna go down underneath the salon, because the way they did it with this boat is they raised the salon up, they put birds underneath. Watch, I'll show you. It'll make sense in a second.
Of course, yeah. The skipper for this one is a friend of ours, a girl.
Hey guys.
Hello, James.
Hi.
And she lives. She has the same care.
So like I said, here is your inside helm station, and this is climate controlled. And look at I'm sitting right now, this is eye level. So you can see everything like a catamaran. And this is completely closed in from the outside. Once you close that door, you're not getting wet and you're not getting hot. It's pretty neat, right? So let's take a look. One of the coolest parts about this is I'm sitting where the settee, at settee level as well. So this is not only the visibility you get from the nav station, but the visibility that you get when you're sitting in the settee. Like this is my eye level, and this is what I'm seeing. So you really don't feel like you're in a cave in this boat. It feels like you're in command of the water. Yeah, it feels nice. Now, like I said, the raised elevation of the saloon allows you to put something underneath. So let's go check that out.
Dust.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, that's amazing. I love it.
All of them here on the remote control.
Wow.
Yeah. Let them
Oh, I
all at the
like
same
that.
time. Or even choose one individually.
Yeah. I love it. Beautiful, man. There we go. Oh yeah. So if you have the sun on one side,
Yeah.
yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Pardon, man. Sorry. Oh, let's go see the bunks downstairs. Pardon. Thank you. Okay, so settee up here. Now we come down and underneath crew cabin. So this would be like probably captain's cabin, like hired cabin. And you can, the cool part about this is not only is this a berth, but you have access outside. So you can access and you can see the sails from, if you pop your head up here, you can see the mast, which is kind of cool. That we're so far down and you can still see it. They thought about that, you know? So, yeah, this is nice. All right. It's one of these on either side. Each one has a head. So if you want to pay a captain to be part of your boat, he has his own spot, which is pretty cool. There's another one on the other side. All right. And then this one has a master bath, shower, toilet. Here's the galley. Awesome. This is all one big piece of corian. That's amazing. I like that. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fridges. Anna was a really big fan of that. And then here's the master in this boat. What? I mean, this is sweet. This is sweet. And in a lot of these boats, what I do is I sit down and I try this out because a lot of the time when you're underway, you'll be here or at the desk. So I actually tried the desk out too. But you want to make sure this isn't too low to hit you. You want to make sure this is comfortable. This is a place that you can sit and read a book and actually be comfortable because people will be back here to utilize this space. You kind of want to utilize all the corner spaces and nooks and, you know, when it's rough. But wow, I do say in my videos that like a standalone bed isn't great for being out to sea, but there's plenty of other places to sleep while you're out to sea. This is a badass bed when you're in port. And then we have the desk here. So that's where I would be editing this video. And then this one has a similar bathroom. So we're just on the other side of the crew cabin bathroom. And a big stand-up shower and a nice head. I'm pretty sure this one has a V-berth too. I can't remember if it does.
So now it's a sofa.
Let's squeeze by you guys. Okay, this is the second master cabin. Slightly smaller than the aft one, but this is the V-berth. And then the V-berth has a walk-in closet in this boat. This is crazy. Oh my God, I can get in here. This is insane. Look at that. Walk-in closet on a boat. That's funny. There's place for 75 pairs of shoes. All right. That's it. And I imagine this is probably the head. Yeah. That's the, they don't have it on right now though.
And it's really important. The only thing I missed during this trip is like the personal stuff.
Okay. That guy was Damien. That's the owner of the company that builds the boats, and he's also the captain that brought it here directly from um, uh, Brazil to France. So 6,000 miles, and he did it with his wife. Let's go talk to her about that real quick, because that is a really badass trip. It's not an easy one either. Dinghy garage. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you again, James, for your visit.
I got a couple of questions about your trip. They just want to know, how was it?
It was a really tough crossing because we came upwind 90% of the time, but it was amazing to see the boat performing. But it was really upwind all the time. So when we needed to cook, we just opened a little bit. Then we just, when the sea allowed us, we just went more upwind at the angle.
Oh,
32 days.
32 days of crossing. Our average speed was 8.5. We came reefed all the time, but it was really comfortable because of the showers, and it was really easy to cook because we have a lot of spaces, and to do the maintenance because of the workshop. It was really, really comfortable. And also during my watches at night, I was just on the sofa and watching television and looking at the radar. So at the end, I will keep this crossing on my heart and I will miss it. But it
cool.
was a tough upwind crossing.
Okay. What a great answer. And dry, right? You guys stayed dry inside.
Yeah, because the cockpit is really protected, it's really sheltered,
Yeah.
and on really bad weather, we just put our self-tack in stay sail and stay on the whelm station inside.
Ah,
So
cool.
it was comfortable.
Cool.
And it also was really hot. So no, I bring like two coats, but I didn't wear it.
Yeah. So 32 days, 6,000 miles, right? Ah, you're a badass girl. Nicely done.
you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Beautiful boat.
Nice
Beautiful
to meet you,
boat.
James.
Beautiful. You too. You too. Yeah, that's my favorite one. Just a sick boat. If you want one of those, they're only the paltry price of 3 million euro. So I need to sell some more books. Did I tell you I have a book for sale? Oh man, that's funny. We're gonna go and see some more of my friends I made at this show. They sell a new kind of fender, which is super cool. They're actually making box stitch. So like a stand-up paddleboard, when it's made out of hypalon, it's called a box stitched box. That's how they make that paddleboard. And so they're making box stitched fenders that are hollow in the middle, so you can put in cleaning supplies or mooring lines or something, and then unzip them, open it up, get your mooring lines out, and you know where they are, which is kind of cool. Although you probably need your mooring lines when your fenders are out. I didn't even think about that. Well, anyway, and they collapse. So let's go check those guys out. All right, you guys can all hear me, right? Whoa, here we go. Will you go look at the Garcia 45? I can try, if they'll let me in. We'll see. The other guys wouldn't let me in.
Zingaro.
Hey, what's up? Did you get some more coffee?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, have fun.
Okay. I think we go out.
Okay.
Catamaran.
Are the boys not here? They're not here. Oh no, they left. They're probably making some. Well, you know what? Oh, here. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'm telling everybody about your company. But you know what?
Really a good guy.
I need you guys to do the salesman pitch. So
Okay.
these are called box stitched, right?
Yeah, so Fancy is the first fenders in the world that we create a storage space inside. So the promise of Fancy is like you never lose space on board. So or you deflate the fenders, or you let it inflate and you can store some stuff on it. So we use the same technology than the stand-up paddle, so the drop stitch, which more
drop stitch.
Drop stitch, yeah,
I
yeah.
got that wrong.
So it's more
See, I'm not very good at selling. I'm better at sailing. than
Selling than selling.
Yeah.
So
Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
So here you have more performance, more durability, and it's stronger than classic fenders.
So they don't collapse when you put some boat weight against it.
No, no, and you can choose the pressure that you put when
Oh,
you
yeah, there you
inflate.
go.
So
Cool.
regarding the where you are in the world, like you're in Caribbean islands,
Yeah.
so you inflate less. And then we delete the socks on the fenders because like socks keeps all the salt, all the bad things in the water and make noise when you are in the marina. And thanks to that, we can customize at 100% the fenders. So meaning you can put the name of your boat, the logo of your brand, the website, a
Cool.
QR code, etc. And we try
Like this. This is one of the covers.
yeah, so it's one of the covers.
And you guys do embroidering and
like
I
that.
love it.
We use printing UV, so meaning
Okay.
that it's okay with the sun, etc. And we start to work with different materials for the covering to make them more luxury, etc. With like simili-clear and stuff like that. Or this one too. Looks like a backup of a luxury car.
Oh, I love it. That's so cool. How many beers fit in that one?
It could be a good game. We need to make
you
to
guys
give an
have to
award,
know that, yeah.
to guess the number of
This
beer.
is the 4 bottle of wine fender. This is the 3 bottle of wine fender. This is like 6 bottles of wine.
We can make a game like the guy who know exactly the first guy who know exactly
That's actually
the
not a bad
number
idea, dude.
of beers and we can
Yeah.
store inside win a fancy.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep your beers cold, it's very necessary to have here your ice cooler.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's an idea.
Hey, give me 1 second. Jeremy,
Jeremy is gone.
you don't need your phone back? Okay, cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody, that guy loaned me his phone for this, so give him a big thank you.
So we have the ice cooler, but we have also the toolbox and other accessories that we are developing to optimize the space on board.
So is that the cooler or is that the ice?
Yeah, we can put ice in.
Oh, you put ice in
course,
there and it
yeah.
keeps stuff floating inside. I
Exactly,
like it. I
exactly.
like it. That's a good idea.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think the whole thing's a good idea, man. That's why I'm over here. So, yeah, if you guys would like new fenders, think about Fancy. And yeah, it's a good job. I want some. I'm going to order some. I really like the covers, actually. One thing I have a question about is, don't you think that a zipper would scratch the boat?
In fact, you will have exactly the same cover.
Oh, so you'll have like a little lip. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah.
It's only one sample, so that's why it's
Got
like
it.
that, just to have an idea of what we can do. Because
Yeah.
we have an other. If you just
Oh, you got a bigger one.
and we have this type of cover.
Ooh, this is nice. This is like my book. It's like cowhide.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really,
So.
it's a really high-end
Yeah.
covering.
So basically, you know, if you guys have ever bought fenders, all the fender covers come and it's like a sock material, like the socks that you put on under your shoes. And they just go to crap in the sun. They only last for like 6 months. And it's just not a really good material. So if you could make that out of leather with your boat name on it, that'd be cool.
And here we have the Big Bertha.
Yeah, Big Bertha. Cool. So what do these cost? I'm getting some questions about what they cost. How much does one of the little? Oh, this is a nice fender, man. Holy crap. That thing will work. This is the 7 bottle of wine fender.
Oh, at the minimum.
Yeah. So what's the cost? Around
The cost is around 230 for this one. for the
230?
small one, and 600 euros for the big one.
600 for the big one.
Yeah.
Which isn't actually that bad, people. It sounds expensive, but the fenders are crazy expensive. Like I have a fender this size on my boat that I like a super yacht lost, and my crew went out and found it on a beach, and we tried to find the super yacht, but they had left. And I looked it up, and it was $1,200. So I'd say this is very competitive, actually. Very cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
you.
Yeah.
Cool company.
Thank you, James.
Thanks,
Yeah.
James.
Let's go and see what. Hey, Anna, what are you doing?
I'm drinking coffee and because hi everyone.
Can
wanna
I have
stay,
some of your coffee?
Yeah, I want to stay in the blue water. I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
be wet anymore. It's
Yeah.
rain.
Okay.
How many people here?
136.
Ooh, shut up.
Well, hello, 136 people. So,
Okay, I meet you in the boat.
well, no, let's go. We'll walk together. I want to walk down here. I want to show these guys the rest of the boats.
Okay.
Does anybody here want to see the catamarans, or would you like to see some more blue water boats? Which one should we go to next? I'll let you decide. And I'm not promising that we'll get on it, but I will try. So,
The Brazilian boat?
yeah, I went to the MCP. Yeah, they're so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people that made that boat are such cool people. Dragonfly 36. There's the Mod 70 with the aerofoils. No catamarans, please. Only blue water, please. Anna has dressed James so well.
Thank you. It's my new job. I really love it. I love my new job.
Dressing me as your manager.
Yeah.
She made me get a haircut too. You see that? Oh boy, I look like Kim Jong-un. All right, which one? Is there any boat with a junk rig? No, this is all $1 million brand new yachts here. Nothing with the junk rig. Nothing funky here, really. There is a small day sailor that we haven't been on. You want to go to that with me, Anna? You want to go to that little cute day sailor? You remember?
I don't want to be wet anymore. I'm doing the rain.
Oh, you want to go in?
I don't have a jacket.
Yeah. It's the Halbergrassi. There's the little Halbergrassi. Beautiful, beautiful. Salona yachts, X yachts. Maybe they'll let us on the contest next door. Day sailor. Somebody wants to see the day sailor. Dan Schimmel says he wants to see the day sailor. Do you want any more of this coffee, babe?
No, all for you.
Okay, thank you. I got a good one, people. I got a good one. She takes good care of me. So, if anybody cares, Luna, my daughter, is with, I got it, is with Grandma in Medellin, Colombia. Oh, yeah, it's good. I've been a little under the weather. I got strep throat when I got here because I was just traveling too much. We did 6 weeks in Mallorca, bouncing around, and then went back to Colombia and went back to Barcelona, and 3 nights sailing here. And then by the time I got here, I was wrecked because my schedule just never really got good, and I was getting like 3 hours of sleep a night. It sucked. Anyway, Kraken. Yeah, the Kraken's not here. Kraken's actually, I don't think it's been to any boat shows. I don't think he does boat shows. What's his name? I forget his name. You want to see the blue water? Well, you'll have to rewind this thing because we did the blue water already at the beginning of this. Let's see. Let's see if we can get on the. See if we can get on the contest. I'd like to get on the big contest. How about the contest? Let's see if they'll let us on. Sir, are you still giving tours in the rain or no?
No.
No more. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that's kind of the response that I've been getting a lot. I'm lucky that I got on the Oyster. I went and did tours on the Pegasus 50, so that'll be coming out on YouTube. The Oyster 495, that'll be coming out on YouTube. The MCP yacht that we went through as the owner of the building company, actual builder of the boat, took me through there, and then that'll be coming on YouTube. But I've been getting a really weird response from a lot of the other boat companies. It's really weird. Like they don't want me on the boat. No. We don't want YouTubers on the boat. Maybe somebody gave them a bad name or something. maybe they saw a couple reviews that were scathing, and they're like, yeah, no more. So whoever that was, thanks, appreciate that. Everybody looks at me like I'm a pariah. Craziness. Maybe we can go to the cats. You want to go to the cats? I mean, I know a couple of you didn't want to, but yeah, I'll walk over there. Maybe we can get on an Outremer. Ooh, I love the Outremers. This is my favorite cat. There's a couple I haven't been on yet, but I don't think a lot of these boats are letting people on because it's raining. So yeah, I'm sorry. I decided to wait until Saturday to do this, so some of you would be here for it, but I didn't realize it was going to be raining today. So yeah, there was a buttload of people. You couldn't even walk through here yesterday. And today it's kind of down a little more because, you know, it's raining. But I'll walk over to the Katana booth, see if we can get on the Katana real quick. If not, I think I'm going to end the live stream because I don't have anything else to talk about. I can just walk around the show with you guys, though. This is Cons. This is the third time I've walked down this road. This boat show is huge. It goes all the way from here, all the way up there, and then it's got a whole nother marina to go to over there, and that will be all of the power boats. And the powerboat section, I'm telling you guys, is crazy. I mean, there is a mega money there. Every boat there is 10 million plus. Every boat here is 1 million plus. I mean, every single one of these boats. There's probably several $1 billion in boats here. And yeah, it's kind of neat. I've never seen all of these manufacturers in one place. So cool yacht show to come to. Let's see. Yeah, now that it's raining, nobody wants to give me a tour. That's too bad. Here's the Schenker water makers. Right here. Boom, boom, boom. Those are the ones that they basically like took the idea from the Clark pump from Spectra and just copied it and then sold it to the European market. Kind of funny how that works. International law. Check out this boat. I don't know if you're here just now or not, but this is called the Mod X70. Look at that thing, huh? These are the masts. They're aerofoils that they pump up like a balloon. They're inflatable foils. Pretty cool. There's the Dragonfly. I almost feel bad asking these people if I can get on board, really, because it's raining. So if I get on board, I'm just going to spread water everywhere. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Here's another water making company, Aquabase. They also have Piccolo generators in there. Those are good generators. Here's the Sunreef tent. So this is kind of how this boat show works. They have the boats lined up, right? And then you make appointments underneath this little tent, and then you can buy one in here in this big booth. And if you buy one, you get to go to the party later. And they have caviar and oysters and all kinds of craziness at these booths. So the poor girls, they're cold and nobody's coming up for appointments. Look at these cats, huh? Sunreef 60, Sunreef 70, Sunreef 80. I've seen a few of these. There's at least one of these in Aruba, I think. I've seen one in Stan Blas. I think there's a couple people cruising on those boats. You gotta be crazy to cruise on that thing. These are really cool, XS catamarans. Fairly new company, very nice boats. They're doing talks in here.
Just a quick introduction about French Polynesia and multi-hull sailing. One thing you should know.
They're doing a seminar on sailing French Polynesia in there. That's kind of neat. Flex fold propellers is in this booth. Here is the Neil trimarans. So I went on board these two boats. This is the Neil 43 and the Neil 52. Yeah, I'll tell you guys quite honestly that they are huge boats, big boats. There's 5 cabins in this boat. That I love the boat. This is the Van Cat. This is a full aluminum cat. It's fairly new to the market, a few years old. Very kind of minimalist interior, very open. Very popular here. This is kinetic catamarans. What's up, man? Beautiful boat. Where do you guys build these?
We built in South Africa.
Oh, South Africa.
Yeah, in Knysna specifically.
Okay.
But, yeah, we own our own yard. It's busy expanding at the moment, so South Africa is our home.
And who designed it?
Simonus Vogt in the Netherlands.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Martin and Alex do all of our design work for us. We do have an interior design team that does kind of the layout inside the boats, but the actual design of the boat is done by Simonus Vogt.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, beautiful boat. Lots of light coming in this boat.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of kind of headroom and a lot of light streaming, and our window line is extremely big.
Yeah.
So for catamaran, our headroom is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's
So
about
for a tall
2
guy?
meters. Absolutely. I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
I can fit in the boat comfortably. I'm not ducking underneath anything. Even the holds.
Good.
Their headroom's about 2 meters. Which
Yeah.
is fabulous.
I get a lot of questions about, hey, I'm 6'6". Can I? Do you have any boats that you recommend?
This is the boat.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, look-
I barely touch the ceiling, which is
Ah, good.
phenomenal.
Good. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure.
Here's the specifications. Take a screenshot of that if you'd like. Here's the Katana. I see a lot of these cruising. I coveted the Katana for a long time. Hi. What Katana do you have here today?
This is the OC2, the last millésime.
All right.
Yes, 50 feet.
50.
And it's the winner of the last arc.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. That's a cool sticker to have. Yeah. When I first started cruising, I was on a cat, and I coveted these boats. I wanted a 42 so bad.
Yeah?
Every time I see a Katana, I would
get
freak out. No, you know, I went back to a monohull because I had some problems.
Morocco?
A monohull.
Ah,
I went back to a monohull.
okay, nice.
Yeah, but I still love them. I still love the boat.
If you want to visit,
Yeah, are you still
Yeah,
still
there
giving
is-
tours?
it was very busy today, but
Uh-huh.
You can go because.
Okay, yeah, I would love to.
Yes, sure.
Thank you very much. All right, we're on the Katana 50, OC 50. And the OC stands for offshore cruising, or it's like the
OTC.
offshore version,
No,
right?
it's, sorry, I'm not from Katana.
It's okay. I'm asking obscure questions.
It's okay, and I will find the answer. I feel a bit stupid.
Don't feel
have
stupid.
the
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It's called the
Compared
OC.
to have my
It's the OC
friends.
line. Yeah, it's great. Let's go see it. All right, here we go. Wow, huge. This is a 50-foot boat. Wow. Seating in the back. Ocean class. Nicely done. Done. We got a fish grill over here. Fish cutter here. Bed. Half bed, half seat. Wow, that's nice. Cockpit. Oh, okay. You've got the standing part where you need to do the lines, and then there's the seating part behind that. Look at that thing, huh? Cool. Remember that ratcheting thing that I just showed you on the blue water? Same thing, ratcheting. That's everywhere. Every boat has that now. All right, and then we've got all these solar panels. This is what all the boats are taking on now. They're like, you can walk on them, and they have these prisms on top. You can see that there's a bunch of shapes, and that prism makes more light. It makes the solar panel more efficient. So when these flat walkable panels first came out, they were crap. They only lasted a couple years. But now they're saying that they're supposed to last a lot longer and they're supposed to be a lot more durable. So the only thing is when you glue them down to a boat, they get hot. So I can't imagine that's good for them. I think having some air running underneath them is probably going to make them last longer, but I don't know. Wow. I do miss having trampolines. This was always my favorite part of the boat. Sitting up here and staring at the dolphins or watching my daughter loves this part. We went on a delivery together of a looping 50, 1,000 miles, like a week offshore. And she loved sitting up here. It scared the shit out of me having a 2-year-old up here, but she loved it. Oh yeah, this makes me miss a cat. Just this part right here. It makes me miss having a cat. JR, what's up, dude? Timothy Weber, who makes water from air? Yeah, very cool. It's a very fractional rig, you see. A lot of these are diamond rigs. This is a fractional rig. And it'll have a self-tacking jib. Oh no, this isn't a self-tacking jib. This is a bigger jib. Well, anyway, you could probably put a self-tacking jib. Normally that would go here, and then the jib would be self-tacking, and then this would be like a fathead main, and you'd get all your driving force from the main, because on a catamaran they move the mast a little farther forward so it doesn't go through the center of everybody's cabins, and it can be in line with the front main beam of the boat. So there'll be a stress structural beam here, and yeah, so that's cool. That's how the catamarans are built. These are daggerboard cats, so they'll sail upwind a little better than a cat with a keel on it. Plus, they're inherently safer, actually. In my opinion, the Katanas are offshore cats, and the reason I say that is the way that they're built, their history, the dagger boards. I think that an offshore cat needs a dagger board. Like this boat, this is the Outremer series. There's 1, 2, 3 Outremers there, and you can see they also have dagger boards. What that does for you is you can lift the dagger boards if you're getting beamed by seas. And by beamed by seas, what I mean is if the seas are 90 degrees from the boat and your boat's being lifted up like this and pushed over, having keels is naturally gonna provide friction for that, and all that force from the boat trying to slide down and being stopped by the mini keels transfers it into the boat. And if you have a boat with dagger boards, you just lift up the dagger boards and it can just slide and not have so much force and kind of move with the water instead of trying to fight it all the time. And that's true when you're going in almost any direction. When you're going upwind, though, is where they come in handy. And you put the windward one down, and it kind of bites in like a keel does on a monohull boat and allows you to point higher. I don't think you have to have dagger boards to be an offshore boat, a blue water catamaran, but in my opinion, it helps. If I bought a cat, I would have a dagger board again. Let's go inside. Yep. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Ben, welcome.
Thank you. Beautiful boat. This is 50 foot?
50.
Wow, it's big. Corian counters all custom. Induction cooking. Ooh, that's a nice navigation station. I'd love to edit there. It's nice to be able to sit down and like see out, like with that monohull boat that we saw. This is nice. This is the hangout spot. This is the table. Oh, this is kind of cool. They made like a multi-tiered table. Look at this. Here's the mast coming through. And here's the table. Wow, that's neat. Oh, they integrated it with the... Oh, cool. I kind of like this. Let's see if this is an owner... Oh, wow, is that a fridge? Are you kidding? Oh, my God. They have a stand-up fridge. That's amazing. Oh, jeez. That's, okay, I'm done. I'm sold. Okay, so this is a crew, head, um, 2 bunks, and then let's see if it's a, yep, yeah, this is an owner cabin. Owner cabin, big head. Yep, cool. Beautiful boat, thank you, bud. And then you get the classic catamaran walkout and walk off and mic drop. All right, that was neat. Cool, that's the first time I've seen that boat. Thank you for the tour, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It was beautiful.
You enjoyed?
I did.
Yes.
I still want one.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I think that's the last boat tour we're going to do. So far we toured the Blue Water 56, the MCP 68, and the Katana 50. That was an eclectic range of boats. Let me know which one you liked. Let me know what you'd like to see. I've got one more day here, so if you want to see a tour of any of the boats I didn't mention, now's the time, okay? So leave a comment below, and thank you for joining me today. Appreciate it. Book's coming out very soon. It's a week late because of the printer, but if you want to see the update on that, it's at like 2 minutes into this video. I sat down and did an update about that. So if you didn't see that, you can watch that again. Much love. I thank you everybody that supported the book. I am over the moon excited. It means I get to keep my boat. We're keeping the boat now because of you guys. I appreciate it. You changed my life. Much love, and see you next time.